Hello, my name is Eli, and my company for this business project is Yankee Servicing, which is an HVAC, electrical, and plumbing company. Executive summary. So, the company would be owned by me, obviously. My skills in real life are a bit of plumbing. I have a part-time job working at a theater, so I have real-life work experience like integrity, work ethic, and punctuality. I haven't been late once, and I also pick up shifts when needed, and I stay late if I need to be. I'm, a very strong worker, I think, and so I think that would translate very well into any business ventures that I do. I've also been to a competition for plumbing where I went into nationals and placed 26th in the Skills USA plumbing. So I would say I'm fairly knowledgeable in most of the trades. Not good at them, for sure, not good at them, but I at least know a lot about how that stuff works, and I think that would help me a lot with my company. Business description. Obviously, as I kind of stated before, Yankee Servicing would be a repair and installation service specializing in plumbing, but also doing electrical and HVAC repair because, as we know, all home repairs sometimes interlap with each other. So just, have the ability to do kind of whatever, but specializing in specifically plumbing stuff. Um, we'd be able to do jobs anywhere in the state with a large organized crew and kind of be like an independent contractor, working like for a company, but not really under a company, if that makes sense. Um, our mission statement is Yankee Servicing is trusted professionals with expertise in making repairs to essential servicing in your home. Management team. So, team would consist of myself, obviously, as the manager, but I've always found that with companies, pardon me, with companies, you often find that the manager doesn't actually do a lot of work. And so, something that I would be considering, something that'd be kind of different, is even though I'm technically the guy who owns the company, I'd be more of in like a supervisor role where I'm actually on the job site looking at stuff and I'd have someone else managing the paperwork and the math and all that stuff that I don't really like doing. I like to be, hands-on and stuff. So for the actual breakdown of the teams, I would have three crew leaders, and those would be one for each like trade. So one electrical leader, one plumbing leader, one HVAC leader, and they all report to a foreman who reports to me. Repair work isn't usually structured like this in residential stuff, but I feel like if we improvise like this, we can have kind of the advantage compared to the like locally owned like one guy goes into your house and does work. We can have three guys go into work in a ton of houses and we can just be better. Business goals. So this was asked in terms of a year plan, and I kind of thought it's a little hard to know what our years would be like, but the first goal, the first year, would just be focusing on breaking even. Uh, it's the hardest year for every business ever. You have to spend so much on initial costs, you have to get loans and all that. But if we're still around after 3 years, we would have, we'd actually start implementing those dedicated leaders, those organization stuff. And 5-year plan is to start expanding, making money, and dividing the work into separate oh no into separate teams to make specialized work happen quicker. The 10-year plan is to expand into home repair in general, as in not just restricted to electrical, plumbing, HVAC, but also maybe doing carpentry and also potentially having a lot of locations around the Lansing area. Servicing logistics. We're kind of running out of time here, I won't lie. So that's basically just kind of we would go to people's houses and we'd have to make sure we keep track of what we lose and what we gain. Marketing strategy is mostly word of mouth, and financial management. I can't really say that I would know, but I imagine we'd be able to make enough money by serving customers and we'd lose money on like gasoline tools and stuff, but it's a good business, so you make a lot of money in it. And that is the end of my presentation. Thank you for listening.